Hi, my name is Amy. Thank you very much for watching, and let's make some bad financial decisions together. This is for entertainment purposes only, so if you are entertained, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. So, tonight we're going to go over OMAH, which I just keep getting "oh my" stuck in my head. So, here we are. This is the Berkshire Select Income ETF. It is monthly paying. And this is based off of the Vista Shares Berkshire Select Index, which is the BRKB plus 20 other holdings that are the largest portions of the Berkshire Hathaway ETF. When I was looking through the prospectus, the thing to understand about this is that it is a target 15, so they're targeting a 15% return. And because a lot of these are low volatility, because Berkshire Hathaway does, they invest in very high quality securities, but not very volatile ones. So if the portfolio doesn't consist of things that have enough volatility to reach the 15% targeted, they have the ability to introduce another stock so that they can do covered calls on it and get the 15%. So if you're ever in here and you're looking at the holdings and you're like, this isn't in Berkshire, or like that's what's happening, is the entire portfolio is just not volatile enough to reach that 15%. So in the prospectus, they do say that they don't have to use all of their they own the underlying securities, but they don't have to do cover calls on all of them. It's just that they want to be on track with the 15%, so they can do all of the stocks that they own under cover call ETFs. So it seems like they're going more conservative. Like, as long as they hit that 15%, they're not trying to go more. And so, like, I think people have been asking, especially since there's been a downturn in the market, people are getting more conservative. And a lot of people, because of Warren Buffett, have a really positive outlook on Berkshire Hathaway and the stocks that they own in their underlyings. So I'm also really glad that we went over this, or at least I went over the prospectus, because if you go to the target 15 for the low volatility income, they have a section here where they actually spell out in the prospectus, which is different than the Berkshire Hathaway one, but they have an option strategy section where they can sell calls and they can sell credit spreads and diagonal call spreads and put selling. And so this low volatility one, when it comes out, is going to be like Ulti, but for low volatility and secure companies. So whenever this comes out, I'm going to be really excited for this, because they can do any of the cool things like collars. And so we'll see how the low volatility goes, but I would be more excited about something that keeps its capital, like the NAV, for the most part, and then it appreciates, but they can do all of the different types of strategies to keep the NAV stable. So that one I am looking forward to. The thing with OMAH and any of these is that we want to compare them to the correct thing. So I actually prepared total real returns. I am not sponsored by them. I just happen to like them. But from November 2024, if I had invested in VU, Berkshire Hathaway, Granny Shots, gold or TLT. Gold would have won, but Berkshire Hathaway would have been the second best. So I was just wondering how Granny Shots did, because when I was looking at the prospectus and they said there it's Berkshire Hathaway plus its 20 biggest holdings, and it just reminded me of the philosophy of Granny Shots, which is like, these might not be like the hottest commodity stocks, but they are pretty much a sure thing. So I wanted to check back in on Granny shares, but we can actually get rid of it because that is the new one. So from 2010, September 9th, 2010, Berkshire Hathaway does beat the S&P, but gold, gold does not, and neither does the treasury yields, 20-year treasury yields. So over a very long period of time, investing in value stocks does help you increase your total return. And so when we're talking about a target 15 fund, then I'm also more conservative with what I want to invest in. Like, I don't want to be in something that's very highly volatile and it only returns 15%, even if it also does price appreciation, because I'd rather be steady as I go with lower yielding ones. So I wanted to compare XDTE, JEPI, SPIT, OMAH, and Goldie. And Goldie is winning, and I cannot wait for Goldie to not be 100% margin maintenance, because I kind of need it in my life right now. But OMAH would have beaten XDTE. It does not beat JEPI, and it beats SPIT. So I like JEPI for a conservative thing in a portfolio, because only 20% of their portfolio is in cover calls at any one time, which means that it returns more like an 8%. So if you want 15%, it would also be like SFOL, which I'm more inclined to. I did wind up investing in TLTW, but I think TLT is the better hedge, and SFOL is a very steady pair. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, XPay is also a good one. So so TLTW this year would have been the best pair so far. Oh, no, sorry. Goldie is the best pair, but the second best is TLTW and then XPay. So, no, I really wish that he would have this being sorted. Like, we could sort this, because then I wouldn't say things like that. OMA has $9,413 returned, and XPay has $9,310. So I think I would be more inclined for OMA than XPay, even though it doesn't, at least in this current environment, pay as much as TLTW. I would also, it has heavy competition with JEPI, even though JEPI only returns around 8%. But if I needed 15%, its competition is like a SPY-T or a SPY-I type situation, where it's literally the S&P 500. And so, I think OMA is going to be a good option for more conservative investors. And also, as basically a stabilizing agent in your portfolio. I would, if I had room in my portfolio for lower yielding things, I would seriously consider investing in OMA as soon as it wasn't 100% margin maintenance. So yesterday I did put OMA, actually I think, yep, we have the Berkshire underlying here. So it's here. This is its first distribution. And you can see that the stock price was $20.10 and the dividend amount was 25 cents. So if you had invested $100, you would have gotten $1.25. So if you had like $500 invested in this, you would get $6.23, which is not bad, honestly. I mean, it's 15%, but and then for financial philharmonics, we have Stop Checking DCA. It's like a punk song about how you should stop checking and let the market do its thing and just keep DCAing. You'll be fine. Let me know what you think about OMA. Do you think it has room in your portfolio? And are you excited about the other Vista shares ETFs that are coming out? And I will talk to you all later. Bye.